Alright guys, so today I'm going to explain the ICT indicator for session highs and session lows, and this indicator is what I'm going to be using from now on when I'm trying to find my Asian and London session highs and lows, because the one that I was using before, the one by Breezeboy 12 on TradingView, that one's incorrect. The sessions are not accurately drawn out, but this one is correct, and I confirmed that by checking the hours of the sessions and checking another indicator that does the same thing, and they both lined up perfectly. Basically, this indicator is accurate for sessions and the highs and lows of those sessions. So let me explain this to you guys. All right, so first of all, the name of the indicator is ICT Killzones and Pivots. This is the name of the indicator. Basically, what you have to do is go on TradingView, search up indicators, you search up ICT Killzones plus Pivots TFO. It's this one by Trade for Op. You can see it has 28.5 thousand users, so that means it's pretty accurate. And so yeah, what you do is when you turn on this indicator, you're going to see all of these boxes that are different colors, and you'll notice that it looks confusing at first, but what you need to understand is that it only shows you 5 sessions, okay, and that is New York AM, so New York session, Asia session, and London session. So these are the main 3 sessions. You can see this box is green, it represents New York AM, and you can see that if we zoom in on it. It's kind of hard to see because the candles are in the way, but if I go on this indicator, you'll see it says NYAM right there. So basically what this does is it highlights New York AM session, and it marks out the low and the high of New York AM session. And it does the same exact thing for Asia session, which is this one, and London session. So you can see Asia high is right here, Asia low is right here, London high is right here, London low is right here. It does the same thing for New York lunch and New York PM session. Now these are like not as strong session draws as Asia and London, but New York lunch session and New York PM session are marked out with this indicator. You can see again the high is this one right here, and the low is this one for New York lunch session. The high of NYPM session is this candle right here, and the low is this one right here. So yeah, basically what the indicator does is it marks out these session highs and lows for every single session, and you can see it just repeats as each session repeats as time goes on. This was today's New York AM session. You can see this is the high, this is the low. Now what this indicator is good for is telling you guys where you should set take profits. That's just one thing it's good for. Like today, you would be able to see that, actually let me go to NASDAQ. On NASDAQ, we had liquidity swept to the upside on the 4-hour time frame. Basically, there they are. The lines represent 4-hour highs and lows. What price did on market open was it swept out this 4-hour high. And so once you see this 4-hour high get swept, you're looking for a short to the downside, right, after an entry model. I don't really need to explain the trade in this video for you guys, but essentially you would take a short on this candle right here, and what you use this indicator for is determining where you're going to set your take profits. So okay, the first thing you would do is you would be like, what lows to the downside, what draws to the downside, or what session draws specifically could I target? So the first thing you would see is that London low got swept by this candle already, so you wouldn't want to target it. What you would look at next with the indicator is Asia low, because that's the next session draw. So this is Asia low right here, and so what I would do is I would set my take profit at Asia low, my first take profit, and then I would look again to see any more possible take profits. And look, you can see right here this purple line is New York New York PM low. So this is the PM session low. I could set my second take profit here, and then for obviously I probably wouldn't get this big of a trade, like realistically I'd probably just set my full take profit at Asia low. So I don't want to like fool you guys into thinking you're going to be able to catch crazy trades like this one today completely, but ideally or hypothetically you could target New York lunch session low. But keep in mind, New York lunch session and New York PM session lows are not as strong draws as Asia and London. So the safest trade today would have been to take this short to Asia low, and that got smashed. But yes, you could have targeted these lows using this indicator. But today, I would have just caught that Asia session short. So that's really what you can use the indicator for. Keep in mind that, like, if you see, for example, Asia and London session, let's say it's a before market open, so you don't see all these candles right here. What you want to do is you want to look at Asia and look at London and see what London session did to Asian high, okay, and Asian low. So if that doesn't make sense, basically, during Asia session, we consolidated kind of, and London session, you can see London session opened, and we had already swept Asia high. So that means after sweeping Asia high, which was right here, London session had potential to reverse, okay, but it did not reverse. Instead, it consolidated a little bit and made London high. And then obviously you guys know today price kept ripping up, whatever. But that's if you can't see any sort of entry or any sort of daily bias from London session and Asian session highs, what you look for next is just random 4-hour and 1-hour highs, and so that's how you would have caught the short today. Although there isn't a London session high right here that you could have swept and looked to take a short off of, you could have just taken a short off of 4-hour highs and 1-hour highs. That's how you would have caught the trade of the day today. But yeah, so that's pretty much how you use this kill zone indicator. It looks confusing at first, but it is very useful, and it's pretty much the best indicator for sessions out there. It's accurate completely. And you don't have to mark these out manually, which is pretty annoying. It can be a little bit like hectic if you're at market open trying to mark out session highs. So it's easier to just turn this indicator on like that. And then you can turn it off if it gets too hectic. Like once you're in a trade, you can turn it off to just watch the trade play out, whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much this indicator. It's really useful. I'm going to be using it like every day now because the one that I was using before was incorrect. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, then let me know in the channels, the Discord. This is going to be in that beginner course channel. It should be. If you have any questions, ask me anything you need to ask me. There's a Q&A question channel too for y'all to send me questions, and I can make YouTube videos or more videos like this for the Discord to explain stuff. But yeah, that's the indicator, and hope y'all got something out of this. I would suggest using the indicator. Again, this is the name of the indicator, ICT Killzones and Pivots TFO by Trade for Op. That was the name of the person who made the indicator. So yeah, you search that up on TradingView, apply it to your charts. Don't get confused by it. You can also change the settings a bit, which if you go here, you can say session drawing limit 3. So that basically means it's only gonna mark out 3 different days of sessions. I'm pretty sure you got like 1, 2, 3. You can change that setting. There's just little things you can change with the settings, but time frame limit, you could set this. What this does is it tells you how many. Basically, it explains it right here. Drawings will not appear on time frames greater than or equal to this. So that means if you go on the 1 hour, this is the only time frame that you're going to be able to see the indicator on, or like the final time frame. Like if you go to the 4 hour, the indicator disappears. If that makes sense. It's not loading, but basically it says that every time frame up until the 1 hour will show this indicator, and anything higher than the 1 hour, the indicator will not appear. So you can change settings like those. You can probably change the color. Yeah, you can change the colors. You can change whatever. The important thing is to set your time zone. Like I'm on New York session, and make sure that your time zone matches the time zone that you're using on TradingView, just so you have an accurate indicator. But yeah, that's how you set up the indicator. Ask me any question if you have anything, or if you're wondering anything for like settings or whatever. But yeah, I'll keep posting videos like this in the Discord. Hopefully this helped y'all. Peace.